And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2nd and 9 now. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Ballage. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Ballage. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. Check. Watch 54. It was pretty quiet.
They'll run here with Ballage. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
54, big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Rush in.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ballage. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Dolphins.
Right back to him on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 31, Jones looking for Shepard deep, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now Jones. And Tate's got it. A gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now Jones on 1st down. It's brought in left side by Tate. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check right. Watching your five. I'm here all day. Watch it. Ready.
Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On second down, Barkley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Lobo.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, 55.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 60 or.
The 6-yard line.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Hey. Check forward. Whip. Watch the whip.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Kyle Van Noy able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Rosel's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Switch. 80 weapon. Snap.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tate.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Mike 55. Protein spill. Hey, keep it up. SOS.
Now it's Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Fighting through. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, we'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Toss play to Ballage. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to.
Devontae Parker, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up second down.
70, Indy. Hey, check.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, read. Hey, zoom. Hey, check right. Watching the five. Ball.
Jones now on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Boykin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there, exactly as you described.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and a short return to the 6-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
They come out here in the I. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll set up to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Miles Boykin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, lock it.
Throwing Jones. Flushed out right. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Pass, there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown the last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
X3, 218, chop it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 13. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Fighting his way through contact. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Ready. 10-2 stop. Hey, exit.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Second and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And they give this time to the tailback. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Go! Check 3. Watch twist.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
10 logo. I don't think you got it, sir. Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch Mike.
Back to throw. Jones. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Silver!
Bravo.
Check right!
Looking to throw. Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check three!
Look at me. Go.
Jones throwing on 4th down. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw. Wide open. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. There we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
At the 32-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Barkley, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you.
5.
55. 55. I got him. Hey, check right. Watch it, 5.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's hauled in by Shepard. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Ready to break.
55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Go out.
Check three.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready.
Check 55. Come on. Target.
Go.
55, my guy. 55.
Yep. Recon, 132 fighter.
Hey, get
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let one flip. This is caught inside the 15. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Foxtrot.
55. Let's go, defense.
Let's go.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.